Brandon Cole Margera was born on September 28, 1979 in Westchester, Pennsylvania, a quiet town 30 miles west of Philadelphia. The Margera household was a mix of warmth and mayhem. His father Phil, a laid-back baker, and April, a sharp-witted mom, gave Bam a stable home. But he was a tornado of energy. At 3, his grandfather dubbed him Bam Bam for crashing into walls like a cartoon character. By school, it was just Bam, a name that fit his larger-than-life vibe.
Well, now I know how he got the name of Bam Bam.
Bam was never one to sit still. He was drawing, pranking, and building ramps in the backyard by grade school. At 7 in 1986, he grabbed a skateboard and found his obsession. He'd spend hours at local spots like West Goshen Park, mastering kickflips and grinds. His raw talent showed early. By 1992, at only 13 years old, Fairman's Skate Shop in Westchester sponsored him.
Think he's crazy? Would you ever try it?
No, no way in the world.
Giving him free boards and just a taste of the pro life. Bam's friends Ryan Dunn, Chris Robb, and Brandon Novak were his crew, filming tricks and messing around with a camcorder. These weren't just kids skating, they were laying the groundwork for a revolution. In 1994 at 15, Bam made a bold move. He dropped out of high school to chase skateboarding full-time. No diploma, no safety net, just a kid with a board and a dream. His parents actually backed him, trusting in his passion. Brands like Toy Machine Skateboards and Element Skateboards signed him, impressed by his technical skill and his fearless style. By the late 90s, Bam and his Westchester crew were doing more than skating. They were creating. Armed with a Panasonic camcorder, they filmed skate tricks mixed with wild stunts and pranks, calling the videos Camp Kill Yourself or CKY after his brother Jess's band. These were raw, unpolished, and hilarious. Bam launching off ramps into shopping carts, staging fake fights in parking lots, or terrorizing his parents with firecrackers. Bam edited the footage himself, syncing it to the band CKY's music like Flesh into Gear. The first CKY video, released in 1999, sold thousands of copies out of Margera's garage, spreading through skate shops and word of mouth. CKY 2K in the year 2000 and CKY 3 in 2001 built a cult following. The CKY tapes caught the eye of Jeff Tremaine, a filmmaker working with Johnny Knoxville and Spike Jonze on a new MTV show called Jackass.
Hi, I'm Johnny Knoxville. Welcome to Jackass.
The concept was simple, a group of guys doing dangerous, absurd stunts for laughs. Bam's fearless energy, skateboarding prowess, and prankster streak made him a natural fit. When Jackass premiered in October 2000, Bam, at 21, became a star alongside Knoxville, Steve-O, Chris Pontius, and others. The show was a phenomenon, blending gross-out humor like Steve-O's goldfish stunt with high-risk antics like Bam's rock and roll sled crash. Bam's segments often featured his family, pranking Phil or sticking an alligator in his mom's kitchen, making the Margeras household names. Jackass ran on TV for 3 seasons until 2002, drawing millions of viewers and sparking debates about its recklessness. Bam's skateboarding gave him an edge. He'd weave tricks into stunts like ollieing over obstacles before crashing spectacularly. Off-screen, he kept his pro skate career alive, dropping video parts in 411 Video Magazine and Element's Elementality series, landing sponsorships with Audio Footwear, Electric Sunglasses, and speed metal bearings. His likeness appeared in Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3 in 2001, cementing his status as a skate icon. Jackass wasn't just a show, it was more of a cultural shift, and Bam was at its heart, proving he could dominate both TV and skateboarding.
People
Bam features stunts performed either by professionals or under the supervision of professionals to ensure the safety of performers and animals alike.
MTV noticed Bam's charisma and actually gave him his own show, Viva La Bam, which aired from 2003 to 2006. It was Jackass meets reality TV, following Bam, his crew, and his family as they pulled off elaborate stunts and pranks. Episodes were chaotic. Bam built a backyard skate park with vert ramps and rails, turned his parents' house into a pirate ship, or even took the crew to New Orleans for Mardi Gras mayhem. The show, filmed in Westchester and beyond, ran for 5 seasons, making Castle Bam, a sprawling mansion Bam bought in 2004, a pop culture landmark. Fans flocked to Westchester, hoping to spot Phil eating cereal or Bam skating in the driveway. Bam's fame exploded. He partied with bands like him, appeared in music videos, and rubbed shoulders with icons like Tony Hawk. He directed 2 films, Haggard in 2003, a cult comedy based on Ryan Dunn's love life, and Ming Hags, a bizarre sci-fi sequel. Both showcased Bam's DIY ethos, blending skateboarding with absurd humor. He also launched Radio Bam on SiriusXM in 2004, a weekly show where he, Dunn, Novak, and guests like Don Vito ranted about music, pranks, and life.
Oh man, dude, I shit my pants an hour and a half away from my house today, man.
Today?
Yeah, it was the worst.
Are you still wearing the same pants?
No, I went home, changed.
What pants were they? They're probably mine.
No, they were jeans.
Why? Where and why? And why'd you shit yourself?
Cause I thought I had to fart really bad.
Oh. And you don't wear boxers either.
Nope.
Running until 2016, Radio Bam was raw, unfiltered, and quintessentially Bam, reinforcing his punk rock influence across media. In 2007, Bam married childhood friend Missy Rothstein, documented on MTV's Bam's Unholy Union. The wedding, complete with a skate ramp and CKY performing, was peak Bam, lavish yet chaotic. He kept skating, dropping parts for Element, and landing tricks like the Nollie 360 in Tony Hawk's Proving Grounds in 2007. Jackass films like Jackass the Movie in 2002 and Jackass No. 2 in 2006 kept him in theaters, with stunts like the Toro Totter earning roars. By the mid-2000s, Bam was a multimedia juggernaut, TV star, filmmaker, radio host, skater, and cultural icon. But the pressure of fame, the constant partying, and the Jackass lifestyle were starting to take a toll. Beneath the chaos, cracks were forming. The Jackass world thrived on excess. Booze, late nights, and adrenaline were the norm. But for Bam, partying became something darker. In the mid-2000s, he was drinking heavily. Prescription pills like Xanax and occasional coke crept in, fueled by the rockstar lifestyle. In 2009, at 30 years old, he checked into rehab in Westchester for the first time, admitting to April he couldn't stop. But he walked out after 4 days, convinced that he didn't need it. Quote, "I thought I could just willpower through," he later said on Family Therapy. Bam's personal life started to fray. His marriage to Missy, already strained by his drinking, hit rough patches. They separated by 2010, divorcing in 2012. Bam's been candid about fame's toll. The money, the fans, the constant spotlight left him hollow. Quote, "I was losing the kid who skated for fun," end quote. Skateboarding, his anchor, faded as he prioritized bars over boards. Sponsors like Element stuck with him, but his video parts grew sparse and his tricks less sharp. Then came a tragedy that shattered him.
Jackass cast member Ryan Dunn has died. Police say Dunn and a passenger in his 2007 Porsche died early Monday. West Goshen Township Police said the passenger still hasn't been identified.
On June 20th, 2011, Ryan Dunn, Bam's best friend and Jackass brother, died in a car crash in Westchester. Dunn, 34, was driving his Porsche at 130 miles per hour with a blood alcohol level of .196, twice Pennsylvania's legal limit. The crash killed Dunn and his passenger Zachary Hartwell, a Jackass production assistant. Bam was gutted. He'd been drinking with Dunn hours earlier at a bar called Barnaby's. "I lost my soulmate," Bam told People magazine. The guilt, grief, and media scrutiny, some blamed Bam for enabling Dunn, drove him deeper into addiction. He retreated to Castle Bam, drinking alone, skipping skate sessions, and spiraling into depression. It was the beginning of his darkest chapter. From 2011 to 2022, Bam's life unraveled in a public, painful way. His addiction consumed him, vodka by the bottle, pills, and coke binges. He gained weight, hitting 230 pounds, a far cry from the lean skater of his 20s. He later revealed a secret struggle with bulimia, binging on junk like raw frozen pizzas, then purging to cope with shame. Quote, "I'd eat to feel something, then hate myself," end quote. He admitted this in a 2023 interview, and also that his mental health was tanking. Depression, anxiety, and paranoia made him erratic, pushing away friends and family alike. Professionally, Bam hit rock bottom. In 2021, he was not allowed to be in Jackass Forever after failing drug tests, a condition of his contract. Devastated, he sued Paramount Pictures, Johnny Knoxville, Jeff Tremaine, and Spike Jonze, alleging they coerced him into a restrictive wellness program and excluded him unfairly. The lawsuit, settled in 2022, deepened his rift with the Jackass crew. Quote, "Knoxville turned his back on me," he said through Instagram. Later, Tremaine expressed hope for his recovery. Sponsors like Element and Audio dropped him at this point, and Radio Bam came to an end as his addiction worsened. Legal troubles mounted. In 2006 and 2008, he got DUIs in both California and Pennsylvania. In 2010, he was arrested for assaulting a taxi driver in New York. In August 2018, while traveling to Cartagena, Colombia, Bam was detained for trespassing in a restricted area, reportedly drunk. He was released without charges, calling it a misunderstanding on social media, but it added to his rap sheet. In 2023, he pleaded guilty to disorderly conduct after a physical altercation with his brother Jess at their family home, earning 6 months probation. That same year, a 5150 psychiatric hold in California followed erratic behavior, with Bam fleeing before being located. His personal life crumbled. The two bright spots in Bam's life during this period was his marriage to Nicole "Nikki" Boyd in 2013 in Iceland, and their son Phoenix Wolf, who was born in 2017. But his addiction strained this marriage as well. Nikki filed for full custody in 2022, citing Bam's instability, and their divorce finalized in 2024. Now in June of 2023, Bam is on that 5150 psychiatric hold. But by September of the same year, Bam's redemption arc was starting to get in full swing. He hit 1 month sober, living on a farm outside Philadelphia with his girlfriend Dannii Marie. He was hitting the gym, eating lean, and skating and uploading almost daily. A YouTube video by Just Shred Crew captured him at a skate park, ripping switch tray flips, dark slides, and backside 180s over gaps. Fans absolutely lost it. Bam skating like it's 2003, the greatest comeback ever, one ex-post read. His board control, honed since age 7, was back, proving his legend status. Sobriety wasn't luck. Dannii laid it out. It's me or the bottle. Bam chose her, a definite turning point. He cut toxic friends, moved away from Castle Bam's party vibe, and leaned on a tighter circle. Dannii, his trainer, and Brandon Novak. Reconciling with Steve-O, sober for over a decade, was huge. In October of 2023, Bam celebrated a month and a half sober, saying with clear eyes, "I've been to hell and back, but I'm in a phenomenal place." In 2024, Bam hit a bump, a September DUI arrest in Pennsylvania. He spent a week in Chester County Prison before entering a top-tier rehab facility. His lawyers called it just a hiccup, noting his commitment to recovery. That year brought brighter moments. Bam married Dannii in New Mexico, a quiet ceremony symbolizing his new chapter. He dove into creativity, launching a podcast with guests like Novak, and teasing a Viva La Bam style travel show, pitching it as me, sober, exploring weird places. In Westchester, he hosted an art gallery event displaying his abstract paintings and sketches, bold colors, chaotic lines, pure Bam. Local artists joined, and fans packed the venue. He kept skating, backed by the Heart Supply, landing tricks for Instagram edits. Bam also became an advocate, like Novak, who runs Redemption Addiction Treatment Center. On social media, he shared raw posts. Sobriety's hard, but it's freedom. Keep fighting. Fans rallied. Sober Bam is the best Bam. Legend status forever. As of May 2025, Bam Margera at 45 is still climbing his redemption path. He's sober, skating, and rebuilding. On his board, he's that Westchester kid again, landing fakey heel flips, grinding rails, pure fire. Skateboarding's his lifeline, tethering him to the passion that started everything. He's working to be a dad to Phoenix, though custody fights with Nikki persist. He told TMZ in 2024, "I'll do whatever it takes." He's mending ties. April's back in his corner, Jess too, and Steve-O's a cheerleader again. Creatively, Bam's buzzing. His podcast is gaining traction, blending humor with recovery talk. The travel show's in talks, and his art's selling at local galleries. But addiction's a lifelong shadow. The 2024 DUI and past relapses keep fans cautious. Reddit threads mix hope and doubt. What's next? Maybe a new skate park, a gallery tour, or just more sober days shredding. Whatever it is, Bam's showing the world you can fall hard and still rise.